Boruto Naruto Next Generations without a doubt is an epic series that is being enjoyed by the fans. We know that the Boruto anime version is an extension to the manga version of it. In the manga, we see that there are different plot points which are being set up in the episodes of the anime version. However, there are several moments where the plot points in the manga were not that much the same to what was shown in the anime, and some were even contradictory. So in today's video, we'll be diving deep into the same situations where the two continuities weren't much the same. So without wasting any time, let's get into it. A very important question that is being asked by the fans most of the time is that where is Boruto's Jougan in the manga? Now, some of the fans believe that in chapter 1 of the manga, the thing that was seen in Boruto's eye was actually a Jougan. Yet, others believe that it was not a Jougan but Momoshiki's Byakugan. But even after 80 chapters into the manga, we still can't say whether it's a Jougan or Momoshiki's Byakugan because it has never been mentioned there. In the manga, what Boruto relies on most of the time is the karma, and on some occasions, he made use of Momoshiki's Byakugan. However, in the anime version, he was seen using the Jougan on several times. He even used it against Momoshiki in the anime, which is something we do not see in the manga. However, there's a clear explanation why the Jougan doesn't appear in the manga at all. And the answer has been there the very time, hence we're here to explore that, so let's find out. Well, the answer to that question is the time travel thing that has been there in the anime, which has been missed by a lot of people. The time arc slip is something that we can say that has introduced the idea of time traveling in the series. Now, this time traveling is something very important, and if for instance it is not handled correctly, then it can eventually lead to so many plot holes, which will not be clear to much of the viewers by the end of the day. Now, in the anime version of Boruto, it might be the case that the time travel thing has been mentioned but not with much of detail as it has been talked about in the manga, and which is why fans couldn't get the clear idea of it in the anime. Time travel in Boruto works a little differently. It doesn't work as if something new will have originated or like a separate timeline, but rather changes the future of the existing timeline. This explains much as to why Sasuke and Boruto hid their identities from everyone when they traveled back in time. It could have potentially changed the course of history, and with that, it would be the case where Boruto was never born or Sasuke remained to be on the path of darkness. The only proof of Boruto changing the course of future at that time was the idea of speed trains, which he revealed by mistake to Denki's father while he was time traveling. This was done much earlier from the time when the same idea came in the original time state in the series. However, there are ideas as well in the series which show that time can be manipulated, and that is because of the Otsutsuki clan. The Otsutsuki clan consists of the incredibly powerful characters of the series, however, only a few of them have appeared in the story. The Otsutsuki clan has been traveling through realms for millennia looking for worlds to plant 10-tailed seedlings in. They grow into a god tree with their roots propagating across the planet to siphon chakra and genetic information from all of its surroundings and people, leading to everyone dying and the tree bearing a large fruit for the Otsutsuki to consume in order for them to evolve, gaining power and longevity. Some of their abilities in the manga and in the anime as well have been related to time in some shape or form, so it's not a big deal if they could be coming back to Boruto's era, finding it a perfect spot in time for them to travel to. As most of the members have these abilities to travel in time and talk about the future, for example, Tonari Otsutsuki, who said that he has seen what's going to happen in the future. Same goes with Urashiki Otsutsuki, whose blue Rinnegan had made him jump into the future, and Momoshiki himself telling Boruto about his future. So, on the basis of all this, we can say that the Otsutsuki clan is no stranger to time. Speaking of Toneri in the series as one of those characters who change everything as to what has been mentioned in the manga compared to that of the anime. Toneri is clearly aware of the fact that the destruction is coming to Earth and that Boruto will somehow save the planet from the destruction. This also indicates that he has seen it in the manga with the help of some unfamiliar means. Now, what Toneri did in the anime was something that changed everything and which has also altered the timeline of events. He gave Boruto the Jougan, which is not something that happens in the manga at all. Yes, you've heard that right. In the manga, Toneri does not get himself involved in anything, and what happens in the manga is basically the true unaltered timeline of different events. The main reason why we don't see the Jougan in the manga is because Boruto was never given one in the original manga events. Boruto has strong Otsutsuki genetics, but still it wouldn't make any sense if he unlocked the Jougan eye naturally all by himself. We know that Naruto had half of Hagoromo's six-path chakra and Hinata was given some of Hamura's chakra. Both of these chakras were pieces of Kaguya's powers, which is a character who never had a Jougan. Now if we go with that logic, then the Jougan should have awakened naturally without Toneri. With this logic, Himawari should have awakened the Jougan too, yet she didn't. She only had a Byakugan, which is a prominent trait of the Hyuga clan. Now if we have a look at the anime version of Boruto, we will see an altered timeline. In this timeline, we see that Boruto has been given a Jougan by Toneri. Now this is a major difference in both the manga and the anime, and it also created a huge change in not only Boruto's fate but other events as well. Now this change that was done by the creators of the anime has resulted in other several changes as well. However, this explains to some extent that the anime is similar, but it has the events which have happened differently if we compare them to the actual manga. Here, some people also claim that the inconsistencies in the manga and in the anime are not actually inconsistencies but a different course of events in both the anime and the manga. For instance, if we talk about Sarada Uchiha, she has a 3 Tomoe Sharingan in the manga. However, in the anime, she only has 2 Tomoe Sharingan because her Sharingan development is lower in the anime. She has fought alongside Team 7 in the manga and in the anime. Urashiki, for instance, is another example that we can take to talk about the same thing. He never appeared in the manga when he easily could have. It was not something that happened by accident, rather it was something done by the Otsutsuki branch to check out what alterations were made to the timeline. Deepa is another example who was not shown in the manga, but in the anime, he was shown working behind Jigen's back with another member of Kara to make a chakra fruit. Now the potential of Deepa not being in the manga could be that he was exposed and eliminated in the manga much earlier than the anime. Another Kara member who supports this theory is Olga. She used to probe Jigen's heart only for Jigen to claim the action as she might have gotten killed in the manga, which is the reason why we never got to see her, but thanks to the altered timeline, she nearly escaped death and got a chance to meet Boruto. So in the light of all that we have discussed so far, we can clearly say that the adaptations in both the manga and the anime are different. Which is why we never saw the Jougan in the manga. In the manga, Momoshiki never knew about Boruto's Jougan, yet in the anime, a greater emphasis has been shown on Momoshiki when he gets to know about the Jougan. His face shows anger, shock, and confusion all at the same time. But in the manga, that's not the case. So we can conclude that it's not any other thing but the tale itself that has been shown differently in the manga and in the anime. And that's where we have reached the end of this video. Let us know in the comments what you guys think of this theory. If you've enjoyed everything so far, then give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and turn the notification bell on so that good anime content never passes you by. Thanks for watching the video and see you in the next one.